such a feel-good, heartwarming movie. And is there anything in particular you're hoping audience are going to take away from it, particularly as we move into the holiday season?
One thing that I took away from it, seeing the original, I was really surprised. I was really, really very surprised at how it moved me in a way that I hadn't been moved at the movies in a long time. There's this theme that happens through the course of this movie, about halfway through the movie, when it really shifts on its axis, it becomes the movie that you don't expect. And that theme is altruism. It's giving to somebody else, and how giving yourself to somebody else makes you feel better. It's there's something about this movie that inspires you to just go out there and be a better person to other people. And that might sound cheesy, but it's really true, because that feels great. It feels great to make other people feel good. And that's really a nice theme, especially in a movie like this, where you might expect it to be a laugh-a-minute type of movie, like a Vince Vaughn, old school, or Wedding Crashers. This is something completely different for him. And I'm really excited for an American audience to see Ken Scott's work, the director, the filmmaker who made this movie. I'm really excited for them to see what he's capable of. His voice, it's very interesting and original. He's got incredible thoughts about human behavior, and this movie examines all of it. It's really, really nice.
And there's a real blend of humor and emotion, which I think balances the theme of altruism nicely. Can you say a little bit about how those two balance each other out and how that comes across, the blend of the humor and the emotion?
Yeah, I think, my favorite movies, and it's like this movie, do have humor and emotion. And I think when you can anchor one to another, the humor never gets too outlandish and the emotion never gets depressing. You walk away from the movie feeling good because you spent an hour and a half laughing a lot, but you also truly look inside yourself and look at the world around you in a way that maybe you didn't. Even just for a second during the course of this movie, you realize that, like, man, there are problems out there, and I have problems, but some people have it worse than me. And what can I do? What can I do to help them out? How do I make someone else's day better? And how's that going to make me feel? It's going to make me feel better.
Another great thing is that Delivery Man explores what family is. And your character is a single father in the film. You have to live and experience that vicariously. So how did you kind of see that through being a real dad, and what did you feel from that?
Well, I do. Yeah, I play a father in this film, and I'm recently a father in real life. It was nice. It's nice to be in this chapter of my life where I can play a father, or I can be a father in real life. I worked with these fabulous kids. They're so good. They're really terrific little actors. All the kids were great. They had really great parents on set. I felt I didn't worry about any of them, which was really something you might worry about some kids, but these kids are all in really good hands. I got to give it to casting for picking really good kids on this movie. We just, it was really fun. It was really fun to be able to be a dad at home and on camera. I felt pretty proud of the new Papa shoes I'm wearing.
And speaking of being a new Papa, you probably get yourself in and out of lots of messes there, but how did you, as your character Brett, help get David out of the mess he got himself into in this film?
Yeah, well, Brett's a lawyer, and he's going to represent his friend David, who needs a lawyer but can't afford one. So we are using one another for that. Like, he needs somebody to represent him, and I need a case. I need a chance to prove to myself, to my mother, to my kids that I'm not just some lousy stay-at-home dad. Because he's there, and that's what you need to be if you're a father. You need to be there, and that's all you need to do. And he does that. So he checks off the bare minimum, but minimum requirement checked off. He is there, but he's not very effective. He's not a very good dad. He's trying really hard, and he's pretty much struggling. And he helps Vince, or he helps David Wozniak, played by Vince, by representing him in this case. And this is like my chance. This is my character's chance to just prove to everyone around me that I'm worth something more than what you thought.